Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hey.
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Justice for All. We were left off. Mr. the Killer decided to show up in court.
Yeah.
Quote unquote show up.
He's a freaking
robot in the goddamn stand. And we had a chance to get a verdict, and we said, nope, fuck this. We want to talk to him again.
Yep.
Because we can't be that man.
We have to rely on Gumshoe.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. So, the trial will continue.
Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. the Killer.
Right away, Your Honor.
Oh,
Has the verdict been reached?
He's not going to be happy.
Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more.
About? All you need from me was the name of my client. What else could you need from me?
Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about, usually done?
But what shall we have him testify about now?
Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
You legal people and your procedures. Does anyone wonder no one likes to go to court?
I mean, it's better than prison, I suppose. Alright, anyways.
As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client, however. One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Crater was dead. Peter Marpolling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I refer to when I said my client has broken the rules.
Okay.
It is a most unexpected turn of events. For the, fifth time now? However, this time, everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? Well, what is this witness? What the witness said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then
Then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes two of us. Alright. Then my client part two. Alright, so first off, as I already said, Adrian is my client, however.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end.
Yeah.
But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness. About requesting a hit.
Yes.
How much is your fee?
I see you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No, I'm not thinking of that.
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you?
Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright! You're hereby declared guilty!
Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? That they are your client, are they not? I think so that you're not over like a statement of the scene of the crime. Bah. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
Yeah. Well, changing occupation might be a good try for you.
However, I will say this. Even though I am the only one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party.
That goes without saying, Mr. the Killer.
And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time has thought that they would run away from their guilt.
Find to frame another with the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card.
Yeah.
So no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy.
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
He's pretty devoted to his work.
But to disregard everything and to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook.
It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or without him being here.
Yeah, without a facial expression.
Yeah. I'll pretend to be the other person by his thing. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my service, Mr. Attorney, I suggest you plan your alibi too.
Oh, God.
No, I already told you I have no intention of using your services ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here?
You want me dead?
Adrian is hiding from Big Wonka was dead. From the very beginning.
That is correct. From before my client visited the room, all of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Huh? Something odd there. Adrian is already knew from the very beginning that Wonka was dead. There's something odd there. Let's keep going. And more appalling is So why did you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who had requested a murder go to this crime scene anyway?
That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill, that is all. And to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That is what I was referring to when I said a client had broken the rules.
Okay, I'll press that. And that's all you have to testify?
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again, does he plan to continue?
I must as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the full successor. Actually, however, would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Jesus.
Excuse me? No, I'm fine. Really?
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now.
What are you going to do now, Phoenix?
All I can do now is expose the lies.
That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right?
I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. Alright, so that is something weird. Adrian already knew from the very beginning that Wonka was dead. What can we do to say otherwise? Next time post-stage show. Original from my stone tabloid.
It's so
article.
tricky.
Let me save. I'll push the wine glass because she brought the wine glass in afterwards. Like, why would she do that? Does that make sense? Like, the wine glass is all I have because she went in there to give him the wine glass. So why would she go in there with that if she knew he was dead to give him the wine glass of tomato juice?
Oh.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, she's like, I poured him some juice.
Yeah, she poured him juice to give it to him.
But then
why would
realized
she
he was
do that
dead.
if he was dead?
Yeah.
If she'd already known, she wouldn't do something like that. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
Yeah.
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Creta had been murdered.
But how? How do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass?
Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Creta only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
Nuh-uh. That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind.
Oh, true.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Absolutely. Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness.
Like, I see what you're doing.
How do you
right?
explain this strange phenomenon?
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important but it's not a very important point anyway, correct?
I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Carita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Miss Andrews was never your client at all.
Whoa! Uh-oh.
How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Oh. Phoenix. The killer figures out what we're up to. We're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know.
Maya's in real trouble.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised.
Ah!
You know you can't say things without any evidence. Sorry.
And he's just going along.
And the judge is
It's
like,
like, what happened to... Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. Prosecutor requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well.
Right now I have to buy us more time. While I wait for the items to kill left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Alright. Request taking.
This request came to me about a week ago. It is a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I have made no mistakes.
Okay, short one. Short and sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
It's easy to solve.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step in building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Okay. Okay.
What does she look like?
That's what I was thinking. It's like,
Yeah.
buddy, you'd think he'd probably have enough research.
Oh, yeah.
And have been around him enough to know. Oh, God.
Because he was at the hotel.
All right, it came about a week ago. Let's press that. 1 week ago? Are you sure?
Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Will you stop?
Please, stop.
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
A specific date and time. Customer service on the night of the award ceremony. Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request, but as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? I'll let it go for now. I'll see what happens after the next one. If I ask about them, it'll only be a guess. I see. It's fine then. I'll come back to that. We met a certain bar, discussed and finalized a few matters. Let's talk about that. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was that brief pause? That's a fishy one. That's when he came out. He might not know what she looks like. It's probably just my imagination. I need to find
Yeah,
something
because
more
she
definitive
was
to catch this
busy
guy on.
out and about helping prepare for it when he was paying
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah. Can't believe their testimony up to this point has been reliable.
That's what occurred. I told my man I believe I have made no mistakes.
Okay. So your client was Adrian Andrews.
That is correct.
Well, he says the two of them met.
What's her
But if they
hair
did,
color?
then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony.
Ezra's.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around.
You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere.
Talk about a delicate balance.
Yeah.
Huh, that actually puts a weird point. Maybe it's too risky to press him on that,
On the big thing?
on if he met Adrian Andrews in person, because maybe that'll get him too suspicious and he'll just be like, I see what you're doing here. So maybe we have to be gentle and go for the other one and push just slightly for hints. Because like she said, we can't put too much suspicion on it, so maybe it's
Yeah.
risky to go for that one. So I'll try the first one.
We don't want to put too much on one side of the scale.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll hold this. Your suspicions. I'll press this one further, but I just saved, so in case I mess this up. So what are these suspicions you had? Why'd your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear?
Our client spoke of it. I'm sure there'll be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I'd like you to retrieve that item for me.
And was he talking about this bear puzzle? Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all.
That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Now I'm concerned because that pushes more concern on the mat because the bear figurine was found
the
and
mat.
on
On the mat.
I was meaning to say onto, but it pushes more concern onto Matt because the bear was found in his hotel or in his mansion.
Oh yeah.
So why would Adrian Andrews want it if the bear was in Matt's room? Fucking pop doctor.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I can back out of this and say it was not important, go to the other one, and then say that one was important.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So you gotta go down a good bit.
I know.
The request taking. Alright, we met to discuss.
Oh, so we were supposed to push the bar thing.
And then say that was not important. Okay, so... Give me a second with this. Well, Killer said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important.
Well then, witness, please continue.
Okay, so we'll
We're
push...
supposed to press him at we met at a certain bar.
Yep, that's what I'll go ahead and hold off at. Alright, so I'll go ahead and press that. I just wasn't sure if that was too risky. Witness, I'd like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request by telephone or mail.
And why is that?
That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to a client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, the testimony just now of any importance?
And that's still not important, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. Then, why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I've already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him.
Yeah, there's the fault right there.
Because Adrian is also a guy's name.
It is.
Adrian! And then you, Adrian!
Notice how we've never said miss.
No, and even beforehand he was saying him during the other testimonies about his client.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I noticed it a few times because I was like, what, is he actually going to implicate him? Because he was using him as a pronoun, so... Alright.
Because like, oh, Adrian's a boy's name.
That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client.
True what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Very important.
Yeah.
If I heard what I think I heard just now,
Yeah, him.
then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Ah, really?
If that's the case...
He knows.
Witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony.
Very well. From the moment I saw him, I
Him.
thought I can trust this person as a client.
Hold on. Yo. Him?
Oh.
I'd like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time?
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times does I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
What?
Shelley the killer. You've never met the real Adrian Andrews.
But why would you say that?
What a dummy.
Because you made one very big slip-up. About her.
So what is the issue? Oh. What did you say just now? About her?
If you'd ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, the radio did explode, yes! Fucking popped him like a transformer.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
If you excuse me. This witness testified to the following. That he always meets his clients face to face.
It's showing that he's
face with
lying.
his clients when taking their requests.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Oh my god, it's greasing.
He's sweating oil. He's sweating oil.
That was almost disturbing.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? He's a basic bitch.
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's a unisex name.
Yeah?
Her name?
Yes. Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt,
Yeah.
a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. the Killer,
He chose
the
wrong.
entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What? What is going on? Sally the Killer! This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another.
So does this mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you'd allow me to testify once more.
I know he's just going to spit out more lies.
Yep.
Very well, but this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Jesus.
Okay, requesting in part 2. What you got this time, dick fuck?
Yes, now remember I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having meet my client. The request was for the murder of one creator and 2 or 3 other small things.
What?
Okay.
When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man.
But you just said you don't take them by mail. Okay.
So you took this job through a letter.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he is definitely lying.
Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us.
I know. I can't make him suspicious. But I think we're okay. Like, we can do this.
There you go.
As long as he's standing there across from me.
Yeah, he's big help.
No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Better fucking-
If we accidentally go too far, he'll be able to
You fucking better. Alright.
That's why we trust him so much.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I know we can get a bit gung-ho, so if we fuck up and go a little too far, please,
But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
But didn't you meet your client this time?
No, I did not.
Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
Alright, then just cough it up and confess.
Good cup.
Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. the Killer met with his client?
I don't think I have proof that he met with a client. That's the only. No, that wouldn't make sense. No, that wouldn't make sense. Unless the bear says it was. No, it doesn't even stay anywhere. Those. I don't really have anything that pushes that. Okay, we'll look at other things. I don't have any proof, so we'll just look at other things. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see. And your line of questioning was just another waste of time.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Ow. Ow.
He has to get
Sometimes
some
when I took a
shade in
job
there.
without
He has
having
to, stick with his role.
Yeah. And why could you not meet certain clients?
Recently, I've been receiving more requests. If I met each and every single client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities.
On top of which the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? We have joined the times and now take requests via electronic mail.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
You've got mail.
I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
Email?
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot, hands down. And he wasted this job without having met your client, and... Okay. This is for the murder of one created and 2 or 3 other small things. 2 or 3 other things?
Yes.
And what were these other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
What should I do? Should I let him side with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. I'll let it go for now, I suppose. Because sounds like one sharp man. I should try to find a better way to do this without making him suspicious.
Let's continue with the testimony. Witness, if you please.
Okay, you might need to pull up that walkthrough soon. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. It's the last thing I have to press, so you're saying that you never saw your client's face? Not even once?
I did. Once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine.
Then why would you still say him?
That's where we're going with.
Yes, I see.
Los Angeles was wearing a mask at the time.
Oh.
A mask?
The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing.
Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
This is the last time I've got, so if you can tell me if there's any problems with that, that would be lovely, because I have no fucking idea. I don't think there's a contradiction. We don't have anything in evidence-wise that can really push that.
Actually, you were supposed to press on the 2 or 3 small other things.
Okay, I'll press that further. Okay, so no objections here. I'll press 2 or 3 small things further. No problems with testimony, Your Honor.
We've pretty much reached the end of our rope here.
Huh? Seems like we're still okay to me.
And that's exactly what is so bad. The rate we're going will end up completely destroying the killer's lie. If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that will put us in.
Oh, yeah. All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time. Alright, so the 2 or 3 things. Oh, whoops. There we go. Alright. Press it. Skip through all this. Let's press further.
Yep.
Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney?
Oh.
Yes?
Everything I've said from the beginning has to be nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
That's...
I smell the stench of a backstabber.
Oh.
And should you turn out to be one...
But wait! Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Press further.
It said so.
Witness is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
If it is truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find the figurine. I would have showed that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase.
And then, what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish.
Alright, one of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. Wait a minute. Okay, so that's what we gotta push. Why would he give it to the person in the Steel Samurai costume if it was for Adrian Andrews? Because Adrian Andrews isn't the Steel...
Yeah.
He would know that, right? I found this figure in Mr. Enguarde's mansion. If you give it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there?
I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Enguarde, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
I'm gonna need some guidance here.
Oh, we're supposed to present Adrian Andrews to...
No, you're back in this time.
Oh, I'm back in... Oh. Where?
Yeah, we're on part 2, yeah. Okay,
we're supposed to... Yeah, we're not supposed to be doing this.
Figurine. Okay. It's no use.
One of these was to find the bear, and then we hold it out.
Yep, so I'm gonna present that it was to give the bear to Adrian Andrews, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
And
mean
I'm going to,
this bear?
I'm going to present the bear, Shelly the Killer. Where's this gonna go? We'll find out next
Are you
time.
freaking serious?
Oh yeah.
No! I hate cliffhangers.
And that's what keeps them coming back.
Jesus.
Love you guys.
Love you.